Gotcha.
Okay. All right. What's going on? What's going on, y'all? It is your girl, Vet Green, coming to you once again on this Think and Grow podcast. We are live in the 716 Live studio, and I hope you are tuning in. If you are watching this in real time, or if you are watching the replay, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button or that like button, and make sure you share this with somebody, okay? Do us a favor and help us out with that. And if you are feeling, a little bit more generous, you can also hit that Cash App, okay? Because it helps bring more content like this to the screen. So go ahead and help us out. I don't care if it's $1, $2, $3. Every dollar helps bring more content like this to the studio. So we have coming in to help me guest co-host my bonus son, DESHAWN, coming in the door. Hey, huh? How are you? And then we are also going to have JERTAKER. You can come on over here. Check your headphones out. So, oh, you are so welcome, honey. How are you? Isn't it so nice up here? JERTAKER, this is my bonus son, DESHAWN. He was always at my house, and everybody who does not know DESHAWN 71 kid, this kid, let everybody know what's your name.
My name is, well, on Instagram, DESHAWN.
Okay, but what is your artist name? Just DESHAWN. I'm feeling that song that you. I like how you come in with your name.
Yeah,
That's so sweet.
you.
Can you hear everything now?
Yeah.
Okay. You hear him okay, the Joker?
Hey, speak up a little bit. Get close to the mic.
Okay, he said get close to the mic. Yeah, the Joker, I'm going to be sending my bonus son your way. I looked at your Instagram.
Oh, really?
Why is your link not on there showing your music?
I've been slacking. I really been slacking.
The Joker told me teaching me what to look for. He's so awesome. Get up some mornings if you aren't at work. I know you work.
Yeah,
7. Oh yeah, you might not be able to catch it, but you can listen to him on YouTube. He drops a lot of marketing gems. He's my marketing manager for the podcast. He's on the Evening Rush. He's also the entire marketing manager. He's about to begin helping us here. I know.
It's definitely.
It is. So while I have you here, you're supposed to be guest co-hosting, but I want to ask you some questions because all those times that you were coming to the house, like this is really my bonus son, y'all. Like he was at my house just like the kids, right? He's one of their brothers. I did not know you were rapping.
Yeah, I've been bringing my notebooks and stuff there, like.
Oh,
Yeah. Since I was like 11.
Wow, and you're good. He's really, really good. No, go ahead.
I
Like,
try to dabble in different genres too.
you should. It helps. What's up, Black Ace? Thank you so much for checking in every week with us. Peace had to come through. I love it. I appreciate you. I definitely appreciate you stopping through every week to catch up with Think and Grow with Vet Green. So we're going to get into some hot topics, and of course we're going to talk about Biggie. So how long has it been since he got killed? I remember that day.
Yeah, I think about 26 years.
What was it, 90? Because I know my girls were born. Saeed wasn't born yet, so about 97.
Yeah. Yep, my 97.
Wow, I remember that day because I remember when Tupac got killed first.
Yeah.
And then I was like, oh man, this is about to be something. And then, not too much longer, maybe, a few months. It was the next year, but Biggie is two icons that, were tragically killed. And do you listen to Biggie? Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, that's.
He is a stamp in hip hop.
He is a stamp in hip hop. He really is. He came out and he had his own sound to me. Like you couldn't. He came out with a different sound. It's straight New York. It sounded straight New York, but it had a different flavor. And then when Little Kim came out, man, they were like a dynamic. That whole Junior Mafia, they had a lot going on in there. Did you like all of them, the Joker?
Oh yeah, I was a fan. Seen him in concert about 9 times.
What?
Oh yeah, they was coming to Buffalo a lot.
Oh wow.
Up the Jasmines to the Odds, you know, Shay's Buffalo, they used to come on all the time. I mean, they used to come on the regular. Yeah.
You done went
Especially
back
at
to odd.
Yeah.
You done took me all the way back. My
Yeah.
very first concert at the Odd, I was pregnant with my oldest daughter, and the first time she kicked, listening to Bobby Brown had came to the Odd, and he had the heart-shaped bed in the middle of the stage. It was so
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, Bobby, that's my boy. You know, Bobby was gangster. He didn't care about nothing. It was all about him.
Yeah, it was his prerogative, period. It was
Yeah,
his.
hey, you know, hey, I ain't mad at him. You know, he's a good dude though. I met him before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I want to thank everybody who is listening on the 716 Live radio side as well. We're definitely going to get some tunes flowing to you in a moment. We just want to talk a little bit about some things that's been going on in the news. What do you think about that Rochester shooting with Glorilla as an
It
artist?
was real unfortunate. I definitely seen. I think they said now 3 people passed away.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I think on Instagram they said a 3rd person just
Passed away.
That's
Is that something that you worry about if you are going out traveling? Because you've performed before.
Yeah.
Is that something that you've had to worry about or even thought
I
about?
talked to Saeed. He was supposed to go to Rolling Loud. And,
Oh, wow.
Like, I was scared to be. I'm a hate being claustrophobic. So
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't want to be in the front. Like, that's weird, right?
Yeah.
So it's like, I feel like it's just my anxiety is gonna be at an all-time high.
During something
And
like that.
looking at it from an artist point of view, you can't really see. Well, not like an artist of a big stature.
Yeah.
Like, you can't really see everything that's going on. But
Yeah.
I do feel like in some ways, especially an audience, you can control
Your audience.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's so unfortunate. And then thinking about, hey, JERTAKER came in as well. How are you? We're gonna, you look good too. JERTAKER, this is DESHAWN. DESHAWN, this is JERTAKER. DESHAWN came to help me guest co-host. Give us a few minutes. You want to go into a song, the Joker, while we get settled? We gotta switch around the seats a little bit here.
All right.
All right, so we're gonna get into a song real quick. Go ahead and announce it.
Oh yeah, I'm going ahead and play Stacey Adams. Go back to the old school a little bit. It was a little R&B. Let's go ahead and have fun today.
You were jamming this morning. I was listening on that. I meant to ask you, what song were you playing this morning?
Oh yeah.
I want you to step the corn off your feet, you feel? But for real though, all your bills are paid. Everything is taken care of. You out here with the one you love or the one you want to love. All my DJs, let's get them on the floor. Woo! Step, 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 step. 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 Is it because it's your birthday? Or is it because it's your anniversary? Yeah. Whatever it is, you know you deserve it. Yeah. Whatever it is, you know it's worth it. You need to move your body for everybody. Step just because you might be with the love of your life. Tonight might be your lucky night. Hey, hey. Step just because you're independent and you're winning. No, step just because you love it. Step just because you love it. You're independent and you're winning. You don't need nobody unless you want somebody. All your bills are paid. Nothing's late. You don't need nobody unless you want somebody. Move your body for everybody. Step just because you might be with the love of your life. Step just because tonight might be your lucky night. Hey, hey. Step just because you're independent and you're winning. No, step just because you love it. Step just because you love it. Aries, Taurus, Gemini. Gemini, Cancer, Leo, Virgo, Libra, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, stay up with me. Step just because you might be with the love of your life. Step just because tonight might be your lucky night. Step just because you're independent and you're winning. Step just because you love it. Step just because you love it. Step just because you might be with the love of your life. Step just because tonight might be your lucky night. Step just because you're independent and you're winning. Step just because you love it. Step just because you love it. Step just because you might be with the love of your life.
All right, everybody. All right, everybody. It's your girl, Vet Green, coming to you once again on this Think and Grow platform. And we have just came into the house. Go ahead and introduce yourself. He's so bomb. He came in looking fly too. Look, I love when y'all come up here looking good. I love it, matching from head to toe. This is what I'm talking about. You come in looking good and professional. It changes the aura. It changes the aura. So I want to welcome you both. Thank you for coming to help me guest co-host today, and also, get into some questions. You're welcome. Tap into JERTAKER every morning. You're on the 514 online. So I've been, we're on there together some mornings. I couldn't be on there lately, but I like what you do, and I love that you really are such a creative. So let everybody know who you are. What the many hats are that you wear, and what's going on with JERTAKER.
So we do a lot of different things when it comes to music, content creation, wrestling. I've been now basically drifted into basically a personality because I do so many different things and whatnot. Music I've been doing now for 7 years. Content creation actually 11 years.
Wow.
And yeah, when it comes to even wrestling, I've been doing that my whole life and everything. So I'm trying to get my wrestling thing going into more of the content as well. So I'm trying to do that and have because I have a mini league of people and stuff like that want to keep pushing and doing the wrestling and whatnot. A lot of people don't know that and stuff like that because I haven't been able to push that as much as the music and content. But
so you have actual people who are wrestling?
Yeah. So we do a mix between a WWE style and a traditional style wrestling.
Yeah.
What we do is the moves are a traditional style wrestling, but it's almost types of matches that a WWE type of style would have.
Okay.
So it's kind of it's real wrestling, but it's just different types of matches, kind of like WWE style type.
When you were a kid, were you one of the kids that would go to the wrestling, the WWE, and
I went once.
You did?
I wasn't big on going to them, but I did watch it a little bit. But
yeah. So what got you into music? Because that's a different, from wrestling to music to even the videography that you do, because you started off doing that first, right?
Yeah, I started.
Yeah.
I started on YouTube years ago, and I just kind of I was just making funny videos and comedy and stuff like that, and skits and things like that. I started that. I don't even know what age, but I know it's been 11 plus years.
Wow.
I just did it for fun, kind of just threw out whatever, and I started reaching a little bit of an audience and whatnot. And I was just like, oh, this is pretty cool. Eventually, when 2015 hit, I was on Musical.ly. Remember that app?
No, I don't.
It's now TikTok. It was Musical.ly, and it was lip syncing and dancing and things like that. So I went on there. I was kind of fascinated by a bunch of people just lip syncing people's songs and whatnot. So I thought that was kind of cool. And I started doing some of those trends and whatnot. And I was like, one day, it'd be really cool to have my own music and somebody lip sync my music, and this is that'd just be so cool. Now, TikTok doesn't really have lip syncing too much, or at least that you
closer to your mic, so
you don't really notice people really lip syncing or anything like that, but I still get the dances and whatnot. But yeah, I was noticing tons of people do that, and that's what got me into making music. So I tried out making music, and I'm gonna be honest, I was terrible. I was terrible at making music.
Really?
Not natural at all. I had to trial and error, and just keep pushing, keep learning, studying things. I finally started getting better. I could barely hold a beat much less make music. You know what I'm
Really?
saying? So
But it didn't stop you.
no, it didn't stop me. I kept pushing, and especially the song that I had sent over. If you do play that, you're gonna be like, wow, compared to not being able to hold the beat to this. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then now I even practice doing like speed rap now. So I have a speed rap cipher coming. So I have a lot of rough artists that are really good with speed rap. So I've even able to do something like that.
Speaking of ciphers, Jay has ciphers here that he's beginning a cipher run. So yeah, if you are interested, talk to him before you leave, because he's looking for people. Eventually, it's going to be like a ongoing thing that happens up here. Cap 716, YNX 716, and I think it was Michael Johnson Jr. Forgive me if I got your name wrong, but they were so dope and awesome. If you look on, I believe it's on the 716live.com page, isn't it, Jay? I believe the ciphers are. Yeah, it should be. Yeah. Yeah, it's out there somewhere. Maybe it's on the 716 Live Facebook page, but check it out. And if you guys are interested, talk to him before you. Yeah, you should get it. Do you find that competition, and this is a question for both of you, do you find that helps? Because I see you, not only you're sponsoring a lot of things. I see you out there, JERTAKER. So good for you. You getting yourself out there. Yeah. And DESHAWN, you've been a couple of places. Do you find that helps?
Like the competition.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I would say competition pushes you to reach bigger goals. So definitely, I would say it's necessary. I don't think that competition should be your main thing that you should do, because I do think the collaborating and working together is a really big thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it helps you be more creative when you're collaborating and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
But there was a time, especially before, when I would definitely look at competition as like the main thing. Like I've looked competing against everybody, this and that, and just I would say have a good mix of both. Because if you have a good mix of both, it's just like you got the creative side that will help you push to your new limits or your new things and stuff like that with that, and then push your limits. And then you also have like the competition side where it helps you kind of reach bigger things. Because if you're not competing, you're gonna probably, I would almost say, not push yourself enough to where you're gonna learn and experience new things.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely piggyback.
You agree?
Yes, I definitely agree.
Yeah. Is it a little scary going out there, or intimidating? Because everybody's not going to be the best, and sometimes you're going to be competing with people who are better than you. Does that make you fearful, or does that make you want to work harder?
For me, it makes me want to work harder because, like I said, it didn't come easy for me at all.
Mm-hmm.
And just before, I didn't even think about it as, I didn't really look at other people and be like, are they better than me, this and that. Like, it took a while for me to realize where I'm at, like music-wise. Like at first, I would drop music and I would think it's good, and it wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
And it took me a little bit to get that musical ear. But once I got that musical ear and I can really categorize where people are at music-wise, then I kind of realized, oh yeah, that this person's got a little more skill than me. I kind of got to work a little harder and stuff like that, to maybe even, not only just match, their level skill-wise, but also to just push myself to a new level.
Mm-hmm.
And also, like, rap specifically is like a real braggadocious sport. Like,
Yeah.
It's like everybody got to flaunt this, flaunt that, flaunt your skills.
Yeah.
It is like a big popularity contest too. So it's just,
Yeah, I've gone to a couple rap battles, and it does seem like it's. And then the talking about each other. That's kind of. I guess that's a part of the culture as well. It's a part of the culture. So what else is going on with you, JERTAKER? Tell us what's in the pipeline for you right now.
So I got tons of different music and everything that's coming out, all different genres, some mixed genres, all this craziness of, like I said, I got like 80 plus songs that I'm working on, albums, EPs, singles, collaborations, so all sorts of different things. Right now I am focused on the cypher, and I am focused on the pop song. We did film the music video. That's going to be awesome. It's going to be on BET, Music Choice, MTV.
Wow.
I'm pushing on those things, tons of different radio stations. That song, just when I hear it, I'm just like, I just feel like this song could be in movies, this song could be on TV, this song could be everywhere, and like people are actually gonna really love this song. Like it's catchy.
That's dope. And you sent that to us?
Yes.
Oh, I hope. Wish Me Well. Let me
it's-
make sure Joker has that one. Wish Me Well.
Yeah.
We're-
Yeah, so that
I got it.
Music wise is what I really focus on.
Awesome.
And when it comes to like content, I do like a little bit of everything. And I'm just kind of right now I've been slowing down a little bit with content. I was speed up for a little bit like a few months ago, but now I'm back into the music mode kind of because it's hard to stay focused on tons of different things like that. So for a little bit of time, I'll focus on one thing, and then for a while I'll focus on the next thing. You know what I'm saying? And then, but yeah.
My bad. And with the concert stuff, like you said, you into like boxing and stuff. I mean, not boxing, like wrestling and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, could you see yourself putting that into like one of your music videos and stuff? Like,
Yeah, I mean, I could definitely see that. The featured track that I did with Katie the Champion, that song actually hit #1 on the Spinning Records Challenge Pool charts, which is really cool. That song I incorporated a little bit of the medical that I had, the medical background that I had, and then I also incorporated like some working out and studying and all of that in my scene and stuff like that, which I do plan on incorporating a lot more when it comes to music videos in the future. So definitely I would incorporate some wrestling, for like a song where it's like, pushing to be the best you or something like that, or for sure.
Yeah, I like that. So we're gonna get into the song. Go ahead and announce the song that Joker is going to play right now.
So this is Wish Me Well. I'm the only artist on there. I actually do have at some point soon, after the song is released, which I don't know the release date yet because the music video is still in the process of being edited, but soon, very soon, there is a big feature that I have for a remix actually by somebody that's from Palm Beach, Florida, a big TikToker, Dracotex. So just to let you know, that's going to become a remix. But yeah, I originally had that song with Dracotex, but due to his manager thinks or something like that, there was a struggle with a video or something like that because I wanted to do a video for it. So I ended up just having myself on this song, and then I'm gonna eventually have to remix and stuff like that. So yeah, right now this one's gonna be the one that's gonna be on BT, Music Choice, MTV. So
good for you, Jerta. You out here making waves. I love it. Bam Fam says salute, JERTAKER. Thank you so much for checking in, Bam Fam, tonight. I appreciate everyone who is tuning in. We are about to get in JERTAKER's song. We have JERTAKER and DESHAWN up here in the 716 Live studio. If you are watching right now, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you have not, please subscribe. And go ahead and send something to the Cash App if you are feeling generous today. It's going to go right back into this bucket to make sure that we bring great content to you all. Go ahead, the Joker.
Sexy sounds and top music.
Live in the mix. Easy City Productions.
All the jealousy, don't let it surround me. Why, saying you wish me well?
I can tell you full of envy when you roll your eyes. Know you hate it when I take a win. You rather see me taking nails, walking bare feet on broken shells. Probably wishing that I burn in hell, but you lie, saying you wish me well. Yeah, been down for a minute, don't want no more distance. Living love for the moment, even love in lowest. But you hate that I do it. You got good at fake emotion, dosing more just to numb it. I've been there, I've done it, but I cannot change the way you feel. But I hope that you do. Why do you do this? I just wanna be okay. Living through the movements, you are not the same to me. Won't you, not your demons, the way you deceive me. That's all that I get, broken and anxious. You are so dangerous, why are you angry? Didn't even do lameness, true even when famous. Can't play me aimless, you're not an airhead, even when filled up. So why are you like that?
see me taking nails, walking bare feet on broken shelves, probably wishing that I burn in hell, but you lie, saying you wish me well, yeah. Lie, saying you wish me well, yeah.
That was dope, JERTAKER. Go ahead and let everyone know the name of that song again and where they can find it.
Wish me well. It is not out yet, but it will be on everything pretty much. Once I drop that, there's going to be on radio shows, it's going to be on podcasts, it's going to be on all the streaming platforms. It's going to be literally everywhere. So,
Well, you heard it here, right here on 716 Live. Wish Me Well, coming soon. Make sure you check JERTAKER out. You're like this hidden gem with all of this talent. Like Jay has so much talent. Like, it's unbelievable the things that he's capable of. And I love meeting like creative people. I have my own creativity. I love to write. You know, I in the bathroom, I may rap. In the bathroom, never will I. So tell me how does it feel just creating something like that for the world to hear?
honestly, I really love to do it because you get different reactions and stuff like that. Especially growing from an artist that wasn't super amazing to like getting to a lot better point. I've noticed a lot of people didn't like me at first; they hated on me a lot, and the transition got really nice because I started getting better, and a lot of people started to respect me. I'm more than he's just another artist, So they started respecting me more and whatnot, which then it got my skills got better and everything too. So adding that to creating different types of music, a lot of it, most of the things I read about is all true stories and stuff like that. So like that was actually based off of a breakup that I had and everything like that. So everything that I write, it's all based off of something that occurred and whatnot in my life. And I love expressing myself in music, which is really awesome. And it's just a way that I can get my feelings across to people, and people can relate a lot of times, which is really good.
Mm-hmm. That's what brings the audience to you when they can see themselves in you, and you are relatable. Even getting up every morning and getting on the show with the Joker, I can see you learning, but I can see you also teaching, which is a great thing because we need that. It's in this industry. We need people who are going to help other artists along, because it seems like there's not a lot of mentors out there when you're trying to do this, at least people that are going to push you and be serious about it.
True.
Yeah. Who's in your corner?
Oh, I got a lot of mentors actually. So I have somebody like Jake Strain, who's from Syracuse. He's a really big artist and whatnot. He's been pushing me. Obviously, the Joker. He's been pushing me a lot, which is really good. And then I also have DJ Showtime from Chicago. He's been pushing me and whatnot, which is really cool. And then I have a bunch of other ones who are, a bunch of people who aren't as much in the spotlight, but are also like, coaches and mentors and whatnot that I got, which is really cool.
Yeah. Everyone's in the comments saying that track is dope. Well, you heard it. You heard it first here.
Well, I performed it once or twice, but I don't think I played it on any radio show or podcast.
Hey, heard it first right here on 716 Live. That's right. You can find him on official JERTAKER. So tell me what else has been going on. There's a lot going on in this summer as far as music wise. Are either of you planning on going to the 716 Music Awards?
I want to so bad.
Oh, you are. We're going to go.
I want to.
Yes. We're going to go up there and we are going to show up and show out. This is where the hard work pays off. When you can, even if you aren't nominated, I feel like just being in that room will push you. When I went to the award show last year and I was just watching everybody, I'm like, wow, that made me want to do better this year, or start doing better last year and, make it count this year. And that's the plan. Make it count. So again, if you are not subscribed to 716 Live or Think and Grow with Vet Green, go ahead and do that now. If you are watching on Facebook, you can do us a favor and send some stars. That'll be so sweet. Again, that is going to go right back into this bucket, 716 Live, so we can bring more content like like this. It costs money for us to do this. I love you guys so much. I really do. And I do this for a reason, but I'm not going to sit up here and fake the funk and act like this does not cost, because it does. It all costs. And you have to invest in your dream. Tell us about investing in your dream. When did you realize that had to be done? Like, you aren't going to get this for free.
Basically, I would say probably 4 or 5 years ago, I realized I really had to start investing in myself. And people thought I was crazy. They were like, "Why are you investing so much money into stuff like this and everything?" But then once they start to realize that you get better, you start to grow. People are actually starting to see what you're doing, and you're reaching a big audience and whatnot. Then you're like, "Oh, I feel like I got to invest in myself too." And it's like, but yeah, I've invested. I tell people all the time, thousands of dollars, countless hours. You know what I'm saying? It's just what you got to do. But I mean, it's important nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Well, it's always been important. You know what I'm saying? But if you don't invest in yourself, you're not going to grow. You're not going to progress.
Mm-hmm.
So
you feel the same way.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Studio time, videography.
Oh yes,
Money.
It's all money.
Marketing. Yeah.
Yeah, traveling.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's all money. It's not easy, but it's possible. That's one of the things I want when I have guests up here, is to talk about the challenges, but also talk about, the moments where you're like, this is working for me. This is why I'm doing this. It counts. Like that song, DESHAWN, I love that. And even just being brave enough to say your name a lot, you're you, that I think that's so awesome. Yeah, of course. And I also want, artists to network with each other and help each other along, because I mean, that's what counts.
I would love to network with you.
Oh
Yeah, yeah. So tell us what else is going on with you, JERTAKER.
Right now, I've really been pushing with the music and content. Like that's the main two. Wrestling's kind of been on the back burner for a little bit, only because first off, even having room to put, because I want to get a ring and everything, but having room to put a ring, that's a struggle right there in itself. Yeah. And on top of that too, a lot of the people are so busy that we got a part of the wrestling and everything. So I do plan on having a battle royal, which is a bunch of people in the ring and basically at once, and you eliminate them. But normally it would have been over the rope in like a battle royal over say WWE. But what we do is tap or pin, which makes it harder. And I would like to get that going hopefully this year. I don't know if that's going to happen now. I would hope so, but there is going to be a lot of investments with that. So I have to see, because I plan on probably renting out a ring when I do that. But right now I've been focusing mainly on the music. I would like to, keep progressing, and obviously I got a lot of collaborations in the works. So I would like to get a lot of those out. It's been taking a while there, there's been a lot of struggles and stuff like that. So, I've been battling a lot of different things. So a lot of hurdles. So I've been jumping over a lot of things and whatnot, but I'm finally getting into a spot where, I think I'll be able to manage dropping a lot more music. So that's what I basically got going on.
That's part of the dream.
Yeah.
You write your own music?
Oh yeah.
What do you ever get writer's block?
Not anymore. I actually used to a lot, and I also wasn't really good at writing music. So the thing is, I took a few classes or courses or whatever like that, just different around the city and stuff like that, and some online things and whatnot to help with that. I took 3 at once actually at one point, and I learned some techniques and whatnot to actually help against writer's block and whatnot, and I ever since actually haven't really had it, which is really cool. And on top of that too, I've had quite a bit of different experiences through my journey. So I mean, I have a lot to write about. It's just a matter of getting it out.
Yeah, Bam Bam said hit him up. He has some strong connections in the wrestling world. So
okay.
See that quick a connection. When you are writing, I like how you said that you are writing based on the journey that you are on. Do you ever think to yourself, should I put that in there? Is that me being too vulnerable, or does it even matter when you're writing?
No, I think if you put in your journey, put in the obstacles that you have, put in all the different things that you go through, that's what's going to make the great feeling of a song. You know what I'm saying? Like that emotion, that feeling, the relatability, because everybody's not perfect. You know what I'm saying? You can't write about, sunshine and rainbows all the time because that's just not how life is. You know what I'm saying? You have to write about your struggles. You have to write about, the things that are holding you back or things that are, hard on you, because that's what, music is meant to express emotions and stuff like that. So you gotta, I think in my opinion, you gotta write about stuff that's going on in your life. You can't just say, oh, hey, I'm going to write about everything that's good in my life and leave out everything bad. You know what I'm saying? Because life's not going to always bring you happy days. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have harder days and stuff.
Mm-hmm. So what got you into videography?
Honestly, the videography it's always based more on the content part more than videography, only because I've always created, like entertainment content and whatnot. And I started to do, things for other people too, because, not only do I want to, bring to life entertainment, myself for myself and, to the people and stuff like that. But I also want to bring other people's content to life as well. So I started to, do some ads and do some music videos and do, all sorts of different, videos, even like videos for like, I've done some interview videos and I've done all these different things, and even up to now, an animated video we worked on not that long ago for one of my videos that I did and everything. And I never seen myself doing animation. That was quite a bit of a struggle. I had a few teams helping me with it because I've never done it before. And then I did the final touches with it, and I thought that was pretty crazy. But yeah, I got to experience a lot of different videography, and I always loved, creating content. So it was just like something that I did, because I used to actually started on an iPod Touch years ago. So I started just making videos on that. The camera quality was terrible, but that's we didn't know any different. So,
Right.
But looking at some of these videos, especially even just like looking a few years ago of the camera quality that I have till now, it's motivating to see where the future's gonna go. And like on top of that too, I used to just do it on like apps and stuff like that on my phone. Then I went transitioned obviously to actual computer software and stuff like that. And all of it, I just was self-taught. I just started just doing it, and I started having a great time with it. And then I just kept expanding and just pushing myself to see where it goes. Yeah.
Is that your full time?
As of right now, that's something that I do a lot, but I do a bunch of different things. I'm also doing some business things and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I've been teaching other people to progress with their careers and this and that. So I'm kind of scattered when it comes to all the stuff that I'm doing. So
You have a good work ethic.
yeah, it's something I actually had to slow down with a bit, because I was actually getting like burnout. So the last like year or so, I've actually slowed down a little bit. I used to be in the studio like 3 times a week. I used to be dropping videos like every single day. I used to be just pushing, plus having a full-time job I was doing as well. I was at CNA for a while, and like I was pushing too hard, and like I had to slow down actually.
Yeah. Did you have a question, DESHAWN?
I want to say with the like pushing yourself, like it's very important to give yourself like basis. How do you like take time to like relax? Because you are such.
Yeah. Honestly, before I didn't really. Even when I especially there was just so much that I was doing that there was a point where I was just like, that's why I ended up getting burnout, because and it caused some mental health issues as well, pushing yourself a little too far and never giving yourself a break. And on top of that too, working out and this and that. Like I was just doing so much that I got to the point where my brain was like shorting out, like I was forgetting things. I was like it was just crazy. It's hard to describe, but like it was.
Your body was like, I need to slow down.
Yes. And then there was even times where like I was almost like passing out and stuff like that. It was getting too crazy. And so lately, actually, what actually caused that and the burnout, I also ended up getting bipolar. And I got that from a past job that I was on, and then also pushing myself too hard. And so now I've learned to kind of slow down, take it easy, do what matters, and pretty much
I like that.
Push at the things that if you look at something, you've been thinking about it for a whole year, do it. You know what I'm saying? If it's something that you thought about in the spot and you haven't really had time to think about it, give some time to think about it first.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Don't just push at things that you just thought of spare the moment. You know what I'm saying? Like, you want to really focus on what matters, not just everything. Because
you learned how to prioritize.
I was just kind of doing a little bit of everything, and kind of like the song "Moment of Truth" that you heard earlier, the rock one with the pop and hip hop and all that. I said even in the lyrics, I was like, I'm doing everything. All gets wings, but we don't talk on that. Like, that's just how it is. You know what I'm saying? I was pushing like crazy. I even like going to Boston. I didn't have the money to do that. I just randomly pulled it together a week or two beforehand and just did it. And just boy, was that a struggle. And then I put myself in debt doing that. And like, I was just like, the things I was doing was just spare the moment, do it. I thought of it, let's do it, get it done. I even trademarked my name. I did that all during a process like that was like thousands of dollars. I put myself in major debt doing that. But yeah, I was just like going crazy with it. I'd come up with an idea. I was like, I got to do it. And I just do it. And I was doing that with everything. With all the things I was doing, with all the paths I was going down, I was just doing that with everything. And
leap of faith.
I was just doing it. So many people were like looking up to it, but the thing is, they didn't realize that I was really straining my mental health.
Yeah, that's where the bipolar came in.
Yeah,
the going back and forth. Yeah.
So now I'm on medication for that and everything like that, which
it
does help, but it slowed me down a lot. It definitely slowed me down a lot, and I kind of think in some ways it's a good thing. In some ways I kind of miss going back to not, I kind of wish I could go back to being able to do as much as I was able to do. But now taking things a little slower, it kind of made me realize what's really important. So, I mean, it's not too bad, I guess.
Yeah. Thank you for being honest about everything, because mental health is so important. It's something that I too have challenges with. I just went through a bout of depression myself, and I didn't even realize I was in it, because one of the things that I've learned, I've learned tools, but even the tools that I've learned weren't working. So I just had to just keep pushing myself every day, just doing a little bit every day, even if it wasn't a lot, just pushing myself every day. One of the things also that I realized with my depression, what helps for me is to stay busy, just to stay active, because that idle mind truly is a devil's playground. So I want to applaud you too, JERTAKER, because I see all the avenues that you're going down, and I do believe that you can help other people as well. Just because there's a lot of people who are afraid of their greatness, or they don't even know what avenue to take. So when you decided to transition over to focusing more on the music, what drove that decision for you?
I would say when I started taking too much of breaks on the music and stuff like that. Well, I didn't really ever take a break. I was working on it, but the thing is, when I wasn't focusing a lot on it, like, because anybody who knows that, like, if they make music and whatnot, if they're on their grind with the music and everything like that, it's almost depressing when you don't do it, and when you're not doing as much of it. So it's like, I knew that that's something I have to kind of always do. So now I'm trying to get the business aspect of it down and everything. I'm trying to get it to where I get all my paychecks and everything for it and everything. I'm trying to get it to where, everything that I'm doing, I'm trying to drop more content too, because like a lot of it when it comes to the music, I used to take forever to drop music, and like now I'm starting to get a lot faster with making the music, and the quality is really good still. So I'm now to the point where it's basically just get some videos done and drop these, and like Are
you producing your own videdos?
I started doing that. Yes, okay. I've been directing all my videos. Filming, obviously, it's hard to film your own videos, but I've been kind of having my production now work with a lot of my videos and whatnot. So I have some people that are part of my production that've been filming now, and then lately I've been editing some of them, and then just for big ones, I have other people edit. But directing, I've always directed my videos and whatnot.
Easy to direct, like to put a script together or stuff like that?
It depends on the song. If it's a song that have a collaboration with it, I try to incorporate ideas of like that person's background and stuff like that into it as well, so that it's not just something that's like just about me or this or that. So I try. It depends if it's a collaboration. If it's not a collaboration, usually ideas just spark right away for the song and everything, and it's based off of my experiences, based off of this, based off of everything that I envisioned when I was writing the song, kind of it just goes into the video. But when it comes to collaborations, it's a little bit different because I like to get a good feel of their personality, and some artists don't really do that with their videos. They just kind of make a video. They don't think of it as like
The music behind, yeah.
They think of the song as an art. They don't think the video as an art.
Yeah.
So some of them just like wing their videos, and it's just kind of like real fast and just I'm not too fond of the real fast-paced filming and editing. Like I'm not too fond of that. I like to really think about it and come up with good ideas and put it together well thought about. But in filming other people's videos, I noticed a lot of people don't want to do that. So I basically unlearn what I've been teaching myself to do for other people's videos sometimes, because that's just what they want to do to get it.
And they're the customer. Yeah.
So it's harder when working with other people because they don't all have the same vision as you.
Yeah. When I listen to certain songs, like videos and like the choreography, it just, because I'm listening to the story. So as an artist, I would want my storyline to fall in line with the music that I'm talking about, not have, I'm talking about one thing and now there's animals running around in the video. It just doesn't make sense to me, but I never got that. So thank you for even, because I always wondered, I would think that it would be in line, but it's not. How does it feel when you're out there directing your music video? And this new one, are you going to be the director?
Yes. So that one, the video is actually already filmed, but yes, I directed that. It honestly, it's to explain it.
Thank you, Bam Fam.
That people would kind of relate. I would say that imagine you are making a really nice dinner or something for somebody special or something like that. You're gonna focus on the details and stuff like that. But then imagine or even if you go to a restaurant, and like the fancy restaurants, they put nice designs on things, this and that, and all that stuff. It just makes you feel welcomed and stuff like that. If you look at a meal and it doesn't look appealing, it almost doesn't taste appealing. You know what I'm saying? That's just how it is. And so to me, when it comes to directing, I feel that it's best to focus on those details, to really express yourself, to really, show it for the art that it is. And like I said, not everybody looks at it the same way. And if they don't, that's up to them.
Yeah.
But I definitely look at it. Videography, it's something that there's no limits to. You could do like literally almost anything, especially if you got the right talents and you really try. And even if things are really hard and whatnot, I've always tried to push myself to try new things. Or this, and even when it comes to editing, like my vlogs and stuff like that, like I'm doing different vlogs and whatnot, and we do different camera angles, and we do sometimes crazy effects, and even sound things, green screens, all sorts of different stuff. And like when it comes to directing a video, I like to incorporate stuff that makes sense with the song, but also what makes sense motion-wise too, everything.
Oh, explain.
So like if the song is like a darker song, I like to have a darker, dreary atmosphere. If the song is like peaceful, melodic, things like that, I like to have that kind of incorporated into it. And then when you get like an experience when you watch it. You're listening to a song, you're feeling the song, and you're feeling the video, not just watching the video. You know what I'm saying? You're feeling the video.
Yeah.
And I like to incorporate that, but sometimes it's not easy to do because if you're at a location or whatnot, and say you're renting a place or whatnot, then you got to change the lightings and whatnot depending on like a place like this is well lit. If I wanted to make this darker, I might have to do some lighting tricks to make it appear like it's darker. So especially too, like, because these lights in here, they're above. Those are really good a lot of times for filming. Probably why a studio like this, this is a good location for a studio for recording like a podcast.
Yeah.
But you add other lights and stuff like that, you can make things look dimmer, even with the lights above and whatnot. And there's tons of different tricks and stuff like that for doing it. But a lot of them can give different feelings and emotion. If you have it darker, and you're doing like a romantic song, it almost gives like a romantic type feel to it. If you have like a spotlight type of thing, it's almost like dramatic. So almost like if you're thinking of like a play or something, they have the spotlight on you and everything. If you have like lighting that's like that, it's almost giving like an energetic feel to it. So it's all just depending on what you do. There's a lot to it when it comes to preparation, I should say.
Yeah, it sounds like it. JERTAKER is up here teaching us this, right, DESHAWN? So, you sent more music, didn't you?
No,
Is it just the one?
I did, send some links and stuff like that to stuff. But, yeah, I don't know if you can share links.
If we can, yeah, probably not. But listen, everyone, we have JERTAKER here in the building. He's in here teaching us some things about music as well as lighting and videography. What's next for you? Are you going to bring some of that music out the vault? And I know you're going to be releasing one towards the end of the month, but what about the other music?
Oh yes, yeah. I plan on releasing. I would like to get it to where I could release something once a month for quite a little bit. I would like to do that because I've been lacking definitely on dropping music lately. Yeah, I would, if I can, I'm going to be doing that. I'm filming a lot of music videos right now. There's like, I think, like 12 we're working on. So
wow,
yeah,
for yourself or for other people?
For myself. Yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah, we're working on quite a bit. So those are like the ones I'm focusing on. A lot of them are all singles right now.
Do you plan on putting together an entire album?
Yeah, I have some albums and EPs that I'm working on. The main thing is I don't think that's going to be releasing anytime soon, the albums and EPs. I've been focusing on a lot of the singles because I noticed when it comes to the promoting and advertising, a single is a lot, I would say, it's a lot easier than promoting and marketing a album, only because an album, you got so many songs, people's attention spans are short and whatnot. So I've been doing a lot of singles, and also too with a lot of collaborations. Certain collaborations wouldn't make sense if I added them to an album or an EP. So I try, like I said, I focus on a lot of detail with a lot of stuff. So a lot of them are singles that are going to be coming soon. But I'm working on 2 EPs or 3 EPs and an album, and then I have a bunch of different collaborations when it comes to remixes, solos.
When you were doing the collaborations, did you get everyone that you wanted? And if you have not, or is there anyone else that you would like to collaborate with in the future?
Oh, yes. And the list of collaborations that I have is quite vast.
Yeah,
there's a lot of people that I want to work with. So far, majority of them, I got songs coming with. So I have to say there's not many that I've got like turned down from my, if you mean by like that or anything. No, I mean, a lot of them I work to a certain point of, either marketing myself or pushing myself and building myself to where they want to work with me, So like, yeah.
I love your networking skills. That's a superpower to have.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So talk to us about how you network, because you're meeting people. You have the TikToker that's you're going to be working with. How did that happen?
That actually somebody that I know that I've worked a song with before made a song with him, and so I ended up connecting with him, and then a lot of times just being yourself. You know what I'm saying? If you're yourself, people see that. Especially if you're creative, they're going to see your creativity. You see their creativity. You guys just come together, and you just work. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times I network in multiple ways. There's obviously social media helps a lot. I notice a lot of people's working and grinding and really pushing, and if they see the same with you and everything like that, there's just a mutual respect you usually have with each other. And then I'm also not afraid to, if there's big artists, I'm not afraid to drop the bag and pay for a feature. You know what I'm saying? Because there's a lot of artists that are really talented, and there's a lot of people that I have on my collaboration list that I would love to eventually work with, or some that there's a lot of people say I didn't get to, but I can't say I didn't get to it because I'm working on a lot of songs. Just I have so many songs I'm working on
Mhm.
that a lot of them are just like in the process. But yeah, when it comes to networking, I've networked at events, social media, I networked through friends of friends and like other people who work with other people. And,
Why is that important? The
why is
networking.
it's important to network because networking will get you in places that nothing else will. You can have the highest education. You can have tons of money, and networking is going to get you the most. It really will. Just by knowing somebody, that can open doors that you might not see, but
Mhm.
it'll open doors. Like,
Yeah.
for real.
Yeah, Deshawn, you were saying.
Yeah, like I was, like you said. Sorry, I'm sorry.
Mhm.
It'll basically get you in places that you never would have imagined. So
Exactly.
networking is very important, especially when coming out artists. You don't know who.
Exactly. You never know who knows who. Yep. 'Cause
Even then, it's like this is a big network situation.
Yeah. Yeah. When you are out and about, what's the most important thing? Are you out to gain the experience? I would think that you're gaining the experience and you're looking at what other are doing as well. Um, what's your thought pattern when you're out? Because you're out as an artist, but you could be out as a fan as well. So what's your thought pattern as you're going to these different venues?
A lot of times figuring out who's running the show is always a good idea because if they're putting things on and they're really making some big moves for whatever it be, the town, the city, and you know definitely network with them, network with a lot of the people that are such as like DJs, owners of the places and stuff like that. And on top of that too, you really want to pay attention to a lot of artists as well because you never know, you might find somebody you want to collaborate with, whether they're because there's different levels when it comes to especially with music. There's different levels. Some people might not be at your level just because they haven't marketed themselves enough. Some people might not be at your level skill wise, but sometimes too you might even find somebody that you can help coach and be their mentor. So if you've seen them make a mistake that you've already made before, you can push them, and to be a better them, just because you've seen they're making the same mistakes
You've
have.
got that experience.
You can help them out. And on top of that too, you never know, they might start blowing up or whatnot, and you just helped out somebody, progress. And I've seen that quite a few times. There's people that they weren't really even taking things seriously. They were just playing, having fun, and then just started blowing up from it. You know what I'm saying? And you never know, you could be helping the next big thing. You know what I'm saying? So definitely help a lot of people. Definitely, find out who's running the show, who's the one putting things on, who's putting things together, DJ, the owners, all that stuff. Just want to really pay attention to that.
Yeah. Is it tough when you are as an artist to get people to take you seriously sometimes?
Yes.
Yeah.
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 I would say when it comes to people taking you seriously, it takes so much grind and for them to actually take you seriously. Like it doesn't just you don't just like get handed respect. You earn respect. You earn it. You don't just get handed it. I barely see anybody that just got handed, respect or got handed an opportunity. It's all earned. It's something that you keep working for. There's a grind for the reason. You gotta be on your grind to earn respect and to earn popularity, because the ones who are popular are the ones putting in the work usually. That's what it is. You earned it. You know what I'm saying? And that's what you get. You get more popularity.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's why I was kind of like scared to, do different stuff, cause especially coming from Buffalo. They'd be like, oh, everybody want to do music. Everybody want to do this. Everybody want to do that. And I kind of was like, oh, they're going to chew me up and spit me out.
Yeah.
But I'm like, I don't care no more. This is crap. I'm doing this. I'm sure you most likely feel the same way.
Oh, yeah.
For sure. It's like, you know what? I got to put my stuff out there. Nobody going to pay my bills. Nobody going to give me what I do for me.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's tough trying to get support in your hometown. I find that myself in the podcast world. that is tough trying to, and I feel like we talk about this. Everyone that comes up here, we talk about this, how tough it is for our people here, our even family sometimes don't take you seriously, but it's your dream, so you have to take you seriously before anyone
My
else.
family just, I feel like
Hmm.
they just started taking it serious. It's
Yeah,
all about who starts supporting you. And like they started seeing how how much I really wanted it, and then they started seeing my song on streamers platforms and stuff. They're
yeah,
like, wow, like so they started coming to my shows, and I'm like, feel the love.
that
But
feels good.
I never just been the type to always push something on you know.
If you like it, you
Yeah,
like it.
like
Yeah. I think that's the scary thing about marketing the Joker is that we don't want to feel like we're out there, like all the time in people's face, but it's something that we have to do, right?
Um, not really.
Hmm.
I tell people, and I told Joe Checkers all the time that people take you more serious when you don't have to really go to a lot of the events locally, unless you was invited or you want to support somebody you see. I know a lot of artists go and support everybody, and it's cool, but you can support in a long distance too, because you have a brand and you have a lane. Um, but people don't see you on the street, they will support you more.
Hmm.
Because I've noticed a lot when in the beginning, um, during the Pack Crew days, a lot of people that come didn't come out because of they see you on the corner all the time, or they see you at the friendship house all the time. They see you on the street all the time. Then they be like, well, that's my man. I see him on Ridge every day.
Mm.
Or I see him on South Park every day.
catch up.
So
I'll catch up with him. Yeah.
yeah, so he's like, I've learned that. So then I start disappearing. Then everybody in La Juana's like, where's Joker at? You know what I mean? And then I don't come out until it's time for a show, or if I'm selling merch, or if I'm going my way, if I'm on my way to EG house to rehearse, whatever it may be. That's the only way they're going to see me. I start being in people's faces.
Yeah.
Now they really take me serious now. So
Yeah. And
yeah,
it feels like in some ways you have to work hard so that they will take you serious. You have to do in some instances above and beyond what other people are doing in order for them to take you seriously. Have you ever felt hate or, not like just being hated on because you're doing something more than someone else is doing? And it's okay to be honest because I know how it can be. I know how it can be.
I would say not as much for doing more
Hmm.
than what some people just don't want to in the spotlight. Some people are doing things for mental health. Some people are doing things for fun. Some things are, but when you're doing more and reaching more success because you're actually pushing for it, I
Hmm.
mean, there is people who might look down upon it, but I haven't had a lot of people like show that to me. I
That's
haven't had a
good.
lot of people show that to me. I've had people hate on me, but it was for a different reason. It was back when I wasn't as good and when I was kind of, I would say my mindset wasn't really great at the time either. So I mean, a lot of people can see that, and that's what I was getting a lot of hate from before. But I haven't really got much hate on for grinding. Like I really haven't got that. I've gotten more respect for the grind than anything. At least it's since I've transitioned my mindset and kind of been doing it more for people than doing it just for myself, because I was kind of selfish to be honest. Like I kind of like when I first started making music and stuff like that, I make it for myself, blah blah blah. Even my lyrics, just a lot of things. It wasn't as good, and
Hmm.
like I really started focusing on being more genuine, and as being more genuine, a lot of people they started relating more, and then they see me on the grind and they just respect it.
Yeah. That's what I respect the fact that you admitted that you had to get better and that you worked on getting better. I think you're the first artist that I've spoke to up here that admitted that, and that's huge because we want to think in our minds that we're perfect, but some people really need to work harder at honing in on their craft, and it comes with continuously doing it. What what brought you to a place where you realized, and because a lot of people can't admit that to themselves either, when you realized that you had to do some work to hone your craft?
I would say that it was a few years in. It was definitely a few years into making music. Probably like 4 years into making music. I just like so many people were just like, "Oh, you're trash, or this, or that, you're not good," blah blah blah. And I was just like, "Oh, they're hating, whatever," you know.
Mhm.
And like then, like I said, I took some, writing courses and this and that, to kind of help with writer's block, to help with my writing, to get better at it. And then I started to make a few songs that started sounding really good, and I was just like, this is different. This is very different than my old music. This is just very different.
Mhm.
And then I was just like, this is actually what's good music. I was just like,
The light bulb clicked
what was
on.
I doing? It's like, wait a minute. And yeah, so some people, I would say it comes natural for them, and they just never feel like they have to grow, because it just they start, as soon as they started making music, it sounded decent
Mhm.
or good.
Mhm.
And if it sounds decent or good when you first start, I feel like you don't push yourself to keep growing and get better. And for me, because I had to work at it, one of my my mentors that I did have and everything like that, I still have, as a mentor, is Speed of the Icon. He really pushed me to. He was always telling me, as it's like, you're not there yet. You can get better. There's time to grow.
Mhm.
And I didn't think much of it or anything until like I really like noticed that, wow, this music is a lot better than my old music, and I am getting better all the time. And I really started to see the need of learning new skills when it comes to music, and like studying things, and actually like just keep doing it, and being persistent and consistent with it and everything like that. And the more I did, the better I got, the easier it came. And just every time I recorded it, just sounded better. It started getting easier, and it really made me, I like I said, I really had to work at it. So the more I worked at it, the better I got. And then I started to actually get a music lyric. I went from not having a music lyric to getting a music lyric.
Yeah.
Now I can see the difference between something that's not good production wise, and now I can see the difference between something that's not super lyrical. And like before, I just didn't hear that. I just didn't. I don't know why.
Yeah. Well, you had to train your ear.
Yeah.
That's so much growth that happened in that. And because I find a lot of artists, they are intimidated, I guess, and it's not even coming after you. It's just constructive criticism. Some people are not able to take it. So that's good that you were able to develop yourself into that song that we were just listening to.
Yeah. Honestly, when it came to constructive criticism, I first didn't take it very well at all. Like I just thought everybody's hating, everybody just is against what I'm doing, this and that. And I started young. So I started at 13, and like I actually started dropping music. Yeah, I started dropping music around that time. So being so young and everything like that, I didn't know anything about music. So the world's taken me as like a joke, you know what I'm saying? And I was for a while. I was a joke for a while. So
I love how you can admit that.
I see that. And I transitioned to it into something that people look at now and they respect it. So it took a lot to do that. It really did take a lot to do that, especially when people had an initial thought. The initial thought was, oh, he's a joke. And I went and transitioned that over time just by getting better and better. And then people were saying, you still got like one or two songs that are a little iffy out. And I'm like, yeah. And I'm doing that on purpose.
Yeah.
I want people to see the growth that I have. I want people to see, wow, did he transition a lot?
Yeah.
To where he was.
Yeah. That's why I keep my old episodes of Think and Grow with Vet Green on. If you go to Think and Grow with Vet Green, my personal page, you'll see all the stuff where I'm so nervous talking into the camera, but now look, so and that helps me also to stay grounded and remember where I'm coming from and where I'm growing. That's one of the reasons when this opening that I want to do the intro for the show, I want to show the growth that I want to go back to those old videos where I was, barely, speaking and I was trying to be all low, talking like this, just trying to find my voice, And now it's like, man, I'm loud and I'm proud and I'm going to keep on growing, because this is what it looks like when you are dedicated to making sure that you are doing what you are purposed to do. this is what it looks like. You come up here looking good, come up here looking fly, and you do what you need to do. So I always ask all the listeners, we're going to close out. Everybody, I ask every guest to leave the listeners with a gem, something that you would like them to know, or something that you would have liked to hear, when you started out. Because there's some artists that's going to be listening right now. There's people who have these dreams and they don't know where to start. They have these dreams. They don't have a lot of people around them that can support them, but it's something that, like, it's been put inside of them because that's what they were purposed for. So, and I want both of you to leave a gem. So let's start with you, DESHAWN.
I say resilience over resentment.
Mm, I
That's
like
also
that.
the title of my EP.
Oh.
Everything is like personal. Like you just have some sort of like resilience.
I like that.
You know.
When's the EP? Let everybody
That
know
one's
who you
actually
are.
out.
Oh, okay.
Apple, Spotify.
Oh, you speaking
Oh.
to promote yourself.
Apple, Spotify. It's called Resilience Over Resentment. I have a music video coming out. Actually, it should be done by next week.
Okay.
I'm happy. Like, I'm so happy.
What's the name of the song?
Before I Was Blind.
Oh, come on now.
Yeah. And it's one of my favorite songs because I wrote that song when I was like down, like depressed, like at my end. So.
Yeah.
And it's just pretty much me proving to myself to like showing people. And it was me responding to the critics, And I did have a problem with responding to the critics, and even my family could be my critics sometimes. I love them to death, but it's just like,
Yeah.
But that song was basically me getting confident and getting back to me. And sometimes I listen to that song. I used to be cringed out when I first made it. Not when I first made it, but like a little after, like a year or something.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay, now the song gives me motivation because it's so relatable today.
Yeah.
It's so relatable. So I'm excited for that.
Okay. When can we expect that?
The editing should be done sometime next week. I want to say by the end of
By
March,
the
it
end.
should be done.
Okay. All right. Big shout out to DJ Larry Lau. Thank you for coming in on the check-in. I appreciate you so much. He said JERTAKER is in the building. So what about you, JERTAKER? What would you like to leave the listeners of Think and Grow with Vet Green?
I would say be forever a student because
Yes.
no matter how much you learn, there's always more to learn. You'll never learn everything. There's just not enough time to learn everything. And even if you start off really talented, you know what I'm saying? There's still room to grow. There's still more to know. And you got to always push yourself to, achieve new things, you know what I'm saying? And accomplish new things. And if things are easy for you, that's great. I think you got to push yourself even harder though. For those who it comes easy for, push yourself much harder because there's more to learn. There's definitely more to learn.
Mm-hmm. I agree. Mm-hmm. You be ready to evolve because you don't want to stay the same person that you've always been. You want to continuously learn, continuously evolve, continuously become better at what it is that you've been purposed to do. What about you, the Joker? What would you like to leave the listeners of Think and Grow with Vet Green? A gem or something that somebody that may need something tonight. I see we got some people out here that's been listening. Thank you, Bam Fam. Thank you, DJ Larry Lau. Thank you, everybody that tuned in tonight. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the shows wherever you are watching it. Thank you, Black Ace, for always tuning in. I appreciate you so much. So what about you, the Joker? What would you like to leave the listeners with?
Oh, marketing is the key. If you want fans and you want to make money in your sleep doing this music, marketing is the key. Please know your marketplace. To get fans, followers, and streams, it comes with marketing. It don't come just because you post stuff up on the platforms. It's not going to do nothing if you just sit there. It's like putting a CD in a CD case and throw it in the back of your car and just drive around with it and don't play it.
That hat you have on is fire too, I must say.
Yeah, West Side Gun, Griselda.
Oh, that's fire.
Yeah. I got this on my West Side Gun game. This on my birthday. And, so shout out to Alvin. I gave his government Alvin.
Well, I just want to say thank you, everybody, again for tuning in. And if you are watching the replay, make sure you hit that like, share, and subscribe. Make sure you, most
Salute DJ
importantly,
Larry
hit
Live.
that subscribe button. We appreciate the support that you have been giving us up here. And what I want to say, I want to piggyback off of what the gentleman said up here, and it's allow yourself the chance to grow and become something other than you are. Don't think that the way you are right now is what you have been sentenced to for the rest of your life. If you think like that, you won't get anywhere. If you're not happy with the way your life is and you're thinking like that, well, that's exactly why. You have to evolve your thinking and begin to learn and get around people who are going to motivate you. You don't want to be around the bloodsuckers who just aren't going to give you anything but a headache, like just no peace, just suck the energy out of you. I am most productive when I am around people who are motivating me, who are pushing me, who are telling me, even if it's a criticism, tell me what it is so I can do better. And if you are a podcaster and you're thinking about getting a podcast, get up off the couch and do it. Like if that's been placed on your heart, get up off the couch and do it. And do it right here at 716 Live, okay? You can, if you have questions about, podcasting, make sure you hit up 716live at gmail.com. If you are interested in hosting a podcast or you need a place to record some music, hit up 716live.com or 716live at gmail.com. And I'm calling all artists. If you are an independent artist in the area, in the Buffalo area, or if you are an independent artist outside of Buffalo and you would like your music played on this station, make sure you hit us up. You can hit me up at vetgreen76 at gmail.com, or you can hit up 716live at gmail.com, or the Joker. He's at grindcitynl at gmail.com. Make sure you send us that music. We will listen to it. And if we like it, we'll get it on the radio. And make sure you stay tuned in to Think and Grow with Vet Green. I'll be back on Sunday. I have Slow Jamming and Conversations with Vet Green coming on WLEO 26.7 radio. Or you can also watch me right here in the 716 Live studios. We'll be streaming as we go live on the radio side. If you want to listen to the radio portion, you will have to, and correct me if I'm wrong, the Joker, they'll have to tune in on the WLEO 26.7, or will they be able to hear it?
Yes, it. Yep,
Okay.
I'll be live and live on the platforms like now on 716 Live and Think and Grow with the Vet Green and all the other platforms that we have here.
Okay. Yeah. And I'll be on the Evening Rush Network on Tuesday and then back right here at the 716 Live studios on Wednesday and Thursday. So make sure you check in with us. And thank you again, everybody.
And don't forget
are so
Saturday. Don't
Yep,
forget
this
Saturday, DJ Cool Chuck will be on at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, live on this platform here on 716 Live. Deacon Grove, Vet Green, and all that. So he will be live on the show. Amazing DJ, another DJ to get your music played. He's DJing in all different clubs in Charlotte, to Andrew, South Carolina, and Atlanta, Georgia. So he's an amazing producer too. He's a good guy, and he's a comedian. You'll see on Saturday. He's very funny. That's my boy.
Okay. And make sure, if you have not already, make sure you nominate your favorite people for the 716 Music Awards. There are several categories. There is a best podcast. Yep, I'm putting myself out there for that. You know, we have make sure you vote. Make sure you vote. We have a videographer. There's so many different platforms. Hustler of the Year, Media of the Year, 716 Live. Okay. Don't hate on us up here. Don't hate on us. Yes, already out. You can get, if you go on, I believe it's Lit City Buffalo's page or D'Amica Evans' page, you can see the you can see the brochure for the awards, and up under that is usually the link to vote. Yeah, there's a whole listing of things. Make sure you hit up the Joker as well. I cannot wait. So the award show is going to be July 15th. So if you are in the area, make sure you get yourself a ticket. So we are going to close out Thank you. Yep. Let's go. Blessing and respect. I appreciate you, Bam Fam. We got to get you up and to get you all up in the studio next time you're all in Buffalo. So thank you again to everyone who's watching. Thank you, JERTAKER, and thank you, DESHAWN, for coming up. I enjoyed the conversations that we have. And hopefully someone learned something out there. This is Think and Grow with Vet Grain. I love you, long life. Have a wonderful evening.
Crowd start gathering when I start rapping. That's cause the beats is live straight classic. Crowd start gathering when I start rapping.
What's up? It's your boy Drizzy Drake. You are now rocking, man.
Who out the east, south, west, and north. Crowd start gathering when I start rapping.